Yeah, so he says that he has not competed for more than 4 years, and he says that he was in a big need of having a rest. Despite the fact that he didn't compete, he was training a lot, and he had the problem of lack of practicing and having fights. So he says that he needed some rest. Tournament. So if he needed just 4 days or a week for a recovering period, and that was enough for him, now it's not enough for him. So he needs some more time period for recovering.
რო შედეგი მექნება, იმიტომ რომ მე ამ მატჩის შემდეგ ვიყავი უკეთეს ფორმაში ვიდრე მატჩზე.
So he says that he was not on his peak during the fight, during the last tournament, and he had the peak after the match. So he needs
his plans for the February cycle, and this was a last minute thing
after training session.
ჯამბულ ვიბლიანმა ეს მითხრა თქო მე, მაგრამ მაინც ჩემი გამოცდილებას მეტად დავეყნებო და დღეს ხვდები თქო რომ ჯობდა ჯამბულისთვის დამეჯერებინა.
So he was recommended by Jambul Vibliani as he advised Genadi to have more rest, but he didn't follow his recommendation and he didn't have enough time for recovering. And that
was it also because of he thought that it might be left-hand match?
Yes, he said that it was arranged to fight in the left hand, and
when
then.
Did he find out this? When did he find out that it was right arm?
So it was just 2 days before the match that the hands were changed. It was 2 days before he left Georgia.
როგორც ადრე მე ვფიქრობდი მძიმე წონებს ადრე ვანებებდი თავს 4 დღით ადრე და მე ამის პრობლემა არ მქონდა საერთოდ, მაგრამ ეხლა ეს აღმოჩნდა ჩემთვის ძალიან დიდი პრობლემა, იმიტომ რომ მე ხელი ფაქტიურად შეჯიბრების დღისით დასვენებული არ მქონდა. ისეთ ტონუსში ვიყავი, რომ გეგონება გუში მქონდა ნავარჯიშები მძიმე წონაზე.
So he had a very hard session of training, and he repeats that he didn't have enough time for recovering, and he had such kind of understanding that he was yesterday day was a hard working day, and he didn't have enough time for recovery.
I understand. Yeah. So
well, he says that it's his problem, but now he sees where the problem is, and he will try his best to solve it. So he said that he knows the problem, and he don't want to speak about this too much because it is just a words, but he wants to prove that he is right in Turkey.
Mm-hmm. So what I want to say that what he's saying that he didn't have enough time to recover, but he doesn't use this as an excuse, and he says Ermes was better, he won, but he is just explaining it, but he says that it's his problem not to take anything away from Ermes, but he is not going to make the same mistake versus Michael Todd. This is what he's saying, I think.
ამით ერმეს აკმინებ თუ ერმეს უძოვებს დავუშვეთ იმას რომ ის მაინც ძლიერია. Yes, he said that Ermes was in a great shape. Yeah. He's a great sportsman, and the weak guy cannot beat Genadi for sure.
Yeah. So he said that he took a lesson from his mistake, and he's not gonna make the same mistake again.
ხო, რა თქმა უნდა, იმიტომ რომ მე ისეთი რაღაც შეცდომა მომივიდა, მე დავეყენი ბოლოს ლევანის რო უგებდი მაგ პერიოდს რა, მე ვისვენებდი მაქსიმუმ 3 დღეს და მე მყოფნიდა, მაგრამ არ მეყო. ამ მაჯაში იმხელაზე მქონდა შებერილობა, რომ ვერაფერს ვერ ვაკეთებდი თქო რა.
Well, he took an example from the last fight with Levani, when he fought with Levani, and when he used to fight with Levani against Levani, he just needed 3 days for recovering, but it was in the past. So that was a bad example from the past for him.
და მიუხედავად სამი ერმესთან ბოლოს ესეთი დონის ჭიდაობა მქონდა, ჩამოვედი საქართველოში და მერე ვიყავი ფორმაში რა. ანუ არც ხელი მტკენი, ანუ ჩემი ძალის ალბათ 70% დავხარჯი მანდ, იმიტომ რომ ჯერ ის ამერიკული წესები, მერე ეს დასვენება არ იყო, ანუ ვერ ვიბრძოლე, ფაქტიურად ვერ ვიბრძოლე თქო.
Well, the American rules was also a little bit challenging for him, because this was a new style for him, and he said that he just used not more than 70% of his full power.
და მე მაშინ ვიქებ როცა 100%-ს ხარჯავ.
And usually he wins when he puts all the 100% in the fight.
Yeah.
But he saw his problems and errors.
Yes,
and,
yes.
მე მაჭრევანში მომინდება თქო უცილებლად გასპარინთან.
He says that he would like to have a revanche match with Gasparini.
Yeah, in the future. Yeah.
Match.
Yeah. What I want to ask him that I will say very openly that Genadi is one of the most I'll say versatile puller. He can pull in any position. He can pull dead wrist, hook, top roll, side pressure. He's a warrior at the table. Can you explain? I'm gonna go to question.
ინდონეზია უკონტროლოდ მქონდა, მაგრამ დაღლილი მქონდა თქო თავიდანვე რა. ისე დაღლილი მქონდა, მე ვერაფერს ვერ ვცვლიდი. ეს იყო ჩემი პრობლემა. ანუ ჩემი პრობლემა ძირითადად რასაც მე ვხედავდი ადგილზე და მერეც არ ვიყავი დასვენებული. ეს იყო ძირითადი პრობლემა ჩემი.
The problem in this particular fight was the problem of the wrist, because he didn't feel a strength in the wrist because of that recovery issue.
Yeah, but my question is different. My question is, like, even when he loses his wrist, we always saw him, even with a dead wrist, shoulder pressure, everything. This time, no, I didn't finish it. Just wait 1 second. This time, 4 rounds in a row, we saw him doing the same exact thing. He roll his elbow back to the pad and try to go like that, you know. Is there any problem that he cannot do with the shoulder pressure, you know, with the dead wrist? Is there any problem, or why he didn't try anything different with the shoulder pressure? Is he hurt, or Ermes didn't allow him to do that with his strength?
არა, მე გეტყვი რა არის, მე ის ტრავმა რაც მაქვს მიღებული, აქ მქონდა თავში გაჭედილი, ის რომ მე კიდე მივიღებ, მაგრამ დავწუნდი რომ მე პრობლემა არ მაქვს მაგ შეჯიბრებაზე. და ბოლოს უკვე მე მეტი დავატანე ძალა, მაგრამ ეხა იმდენად მჯერა თქო რომ ეს პრობლემა აღარ მაქვს. მე დაახლოებით თქო ორმაგი ჩამოვალ თურქეთში.
Well, he said that it was an issue of the psychological problem because of his injury. And he didn't want to pull, like to pull in triceps or pull with the shoulder press. That was the outcome of his last injury. So he had something.
Okay.
But now he's sure, because after the match he didn't feel any kind of injury or any kind of pain in his arms.
მე ვიტკენდი ხელს, მაგრამ ხელში ვაფშე პრობლემა არ მაქვს და ვიცი რომ ხელი არ მტკივა. ეს არის ჩემთვის ყველაზე წარმატება, ანუ და აცი მე ვიცი რასაც ვიზამ.
So psychologically and mentally he was thinking that if he pulled with the shoulder or the triceps, he would have some kind of injuries. But now he's assured that that was also a problem, the psychological problem. And now he is ready to pull with his shoulder pressure.
The 5th and 6th rounds, he didn't really do tricep, but in a side way, he used a little bit joint pressure with shoulder, and it was effective, you know. Of course, Ermes didn't 100%, but it was more effective than what he did previous rounds.
თვით დაჯერებულობა მემატებოდა რომ ხელი არ მткиვა და არ მткиვა და ვამატებდი მეც აი ეს მაჯამუტეხილი.
So after each round, this self-confidence was rising up and up. And that was the reason in the final rounds he was trying to pull with the shoulder pressure, because the self-confidence of not to receiving a pain or injury was kind of he was self-confident that he would not be injured.
But don't you think that he should have tried that? You know, like when the match is like when one guy wins 3, if it is 3-3, it's the 4 rounds. So don't you think that, you know, does he not think that it was kind of a little bit late? Maybe he should try on the at least 4th round instead of the 5th rounds.
Yes, he agrees.
Yeah,
He
but I understand you very well.
It was a little bit late.
Kings movie შემიძლია თქო, მაგრამ ის ჩემთვის იმდენად ცუდი გადაწევაა, ჩემთვის მოგება არ არის Kings movie-ით რომ მოვიდო.
He says that he also can pull with the King's move, but it's not the movement he respects, so he didn't use that.
Yeah, we will do a WAF rule in Istanbul event. The shoulder below table will not be allowed. Yeah, so he can do open arm top roll, but not the desperation move. I don't know what King move is. It's desperation move.
The WAF is just a bit about the picture.
მე მაგას ვარ მიჩვეული.
So he is used to pull with WAF rolls. So
yeah. So yeah, nobody. So
WAF-ის წესებით იმ დონეზე შეუქმნიდი პრობლემას იმას რა ქვია გასპარინს ეგრეთ ამამი ჩემთან ვერ იქნებოდა, მაგრამ ეს წესები იმდენად აძლევდა საშუალებას, რომ ხიდავს წევდა, გადააგდებდა, აი ყველაფერის გაკეთების უფლებას აძლევს, ხო და ამასობაში მე ვერ მოვერგე მაგათ წესებს ვაფშე. მე ვერ ხვდებოდი სად გაფრთხილება მქონდა, სად არ მქონდა, ან ერმეს სად მქონდა გაფრთხილება. ვერ მივხვდი ვერაფერს. მერე მივხვდი ამას შეჯიბრების მერე.
So again, he said that was a problematic the new rules, and he couldn't identify where it was a fall because there was some moments when Ermes was taking the elbow from the pad, and he couldn't realize where it was fall, and it's not the rules what he's get used.
I understand. Yeah.
Well,
he likes and he is used to pull with the WAF rules.
Yeah, for many years. Yeah.
So he says that it is more picturesque to pull with the more interesting to pull with the WAF rules.
Yes, for sure. You know that Michael Todd is not known with the hand and wrist strength. He is more like a pronation most of the time. So does he think that Michael Todd will have the same hand wrist strength that Ermes has, or he is expecting Michael's hand to be a little bit more comfortable for him, you know, when Genadi goes with the pronator?
And the შემთხვევაში როგორც Gasparini Genadi დავასებოდებიო მაჯაშიო თუ უფრო შეფიქრობს რომ პრომოტორი
მე მექნება მაჯა კარგ ფორმაში.
ანუ უფრო კომფორტულად
ხო, მე ვიქნო კომფორტულად თავს, იმიტომ რომ მაჯა მექნება იდეალურ ფორმაში. მე ზუსტად ვიცი რამდენი უნდა დავისვენო, ზუსტად ვიცი რა უნდა გავაკეთო, იმიტომ რომ ვარ პროფესიონალი სპორტსმენი და სხვისთვის მაქვს რჩევა მიცემული, მაგრამ ეხლა ჩემ თავში იმდენი მე მინუსი დავინახე, რომელიც პლუსად უნდა ვაქციო. მე ვიცი თქო 100%-ით მაგიდასთან მივზნოს კომფორტულად ძალიან თავს.
Well, he says that he will be more comfortable with Todd rather than he was with Gasparini when speaking about the wrist position of Todd. And on the second, he says that he saw a lot of problems and minuses with his pulling. So now he knows what he has to improve.
Yeah. That's what makes him best arm master. He takes lesson and improves.
He's working on these improvements all day.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Yeah. But you know, in my opinion, if somehow Genadi gets caught here, and Michael will be putting even stronger shoulder pressure than Ermes did it. So, in my opinion, that Genadi needs to keep the game from center to here. To be if he gets caught here somewhere, Michael also has very strong shoulder pressure too. So I think that he needs to be offensive, not so defensive. That's my opinion. But
აი რო დაგიჭიროსო მე
არა.
ჩაგაწვებაო რა
მე რო დავიჭირო.
თვითონ გეუბნე
არა, ესე ჩაგაწვება.
რო დაგიჭიროსო მე დაგაწვებაო
ხო, ესე დაგაწვება მაგას იდეას, ხო? ჩემთვის ეგრე არავის არ მოუგია ცხოვრებაში. ეგრე წანაგები არ მაქვს. მე თუ ვინმეს მაჯა მოუხარი მაგას აუცილებლად მოვიგებ.
Has that he has never lost a match when he's in that position. If he is attacking, nobody has a chance to put a side in.
მე მაგ შეჭიროს აუცილებლად მოვიგებ, იმიტომ რომ მე ვერ დამღლის დარწმუნებული ვარ მაიკ.
So he says that if he takes his wrist,
yeah,
if he takes Michael's wrist,
yeah,
he said that he can't be tired and he will win the match.
Okay, but
so yeah, he repeats that he can't be tired, that Michael can't make him tired, and he will hold. And
the question is he may take Michael's wrist with his pronator, but can he have the control over Michael's pronator? I am expecting the match to be more like both sides like this, not like Genadi like this. It is also not so easy to control Michael's back pressure pronator. Does he plan to have wrist control over Michael, or he is thinking that both will be in a flat wrist position together like this?
I just got to get suddenly I thought that this moment ეკითხება ამ საიდან დაარღვევ.
ხო. მაგ შემთხვევაში ხო შევიკავოთ თავი. რას გავაკეთებთ მე, იმიტომ რომ ჯობია რომ თავი შევიკავოთ, იმიტომ რომ მე ჩემი სტილით ვაპირებ ბრძოლას. რაღაც ისეთ ტექნიკაზე ვმუშაობ, რაც იქ გამოჩნდება აშკარად.
So he said that he's working on a special technique, and he will keep it like a secret, and he's not going to reveal it now.
Yeah.
He said that he thinks that Michael also will not open all his strategies.
Yeah. But in my opinion, even also Genadi in offensive position, Genadi for sure will need shoulder pressure to finish Michael at the end. I don't think that he will have like an orthodox way arm wrestling. To finish it.
So he's not excluding anything.
Yeah.
And he said that he's ready to fight, and he's ready for any kind of position.
Like ისეთი ბრძოლა იქნება, რაც არავის არ ყოფილა ეგეთი, იმიტომ რომ მაიკლიც არ იღლება არასდროს, და მე მგონია რომ სერიოზული ბრძოლა წავა.
He said that it would be a really great match and a very serious match, and Michael is not getting tired easily, so it would be a really tough
აკვირდები მაიკლი კარგ ფორმაშია, როგორც ეხლა დეონ შეხვდა ის მაიკლი აღარ არის მაგრამ.
So he thinks that Michael is much better than he was with the match with Devon.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
მე უფრო мотивация მეძლევა რომ მეტი და მეტი ვიყო და საერთოდ აი ფაქტურად დარბაზიდან არ გამოვდივარ.
And because of that fact, he has more and more motivation, and he's working very hard.
Yeah. Also, his last loss versus Ermes, did he make him much more serious, much more careful, much more dedicated for this match, that he knows that he cannot afford any other lose anymore?
I don't know, Yes, well, he regrets about that loss, but for the future, for the match against Michael, he thinks that he will do anything. He will do his best to win that match.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So everyone is helping him, and he's kind of working very hard. He's spending much time in a hall, in training hall.
Together?
Yes.
Who is he gonna train with? Like at the table for this match with Levan or?
პარტნიორი ლევანისთან დავიწყებ ცოტა ხანში, ანუ ერთ კვირაში დაახლოებით და დავით სამუშიას თუ ჩაენიშნება შეჯიბრება, მაშინ დავით სამუშიას სპარინგ პარტნიორი იქნება ჩემი.
So now he's starting training with Levan.
Levan too, yeah.
Yes, and he will also train with David Samushi as well.
Irakli Zirakashvili.
And Irakli Zirakashvili.
Super training, yeah. Oh. All the great guys, Levas and Irakli and Samusha and yeah, Levan and incredible training partners, yeah.
Revaz
Lupidze as well.
Yeah, Levaz, yeah, very tall guy, yeah, tall guy, yeah, very strong. That's incredible, yeah. Yeah, so I will just sit and watch Michael and Genadi ready go. I will be just sitting and watching with drinking and not the alcohol, but the drinking iced tea and some potato chips. 5 minutes every round, probably. Yeah, it will be incredible. Yeah, incredible. Yeah. I just can't wait. That is very, very important match. Very, very important match. And
შენი მეგობრები თქო, ჩემი მეგობრებიც არიან და მიგუცო მათგურებენ თქო და ამიტომ მეტი იმედით მოვდივარ.
So he hopes that your friends are also friends to Genadi and they will support him in Turkey.
The Turkish guys?
Yes.
I don't know who they are gonna support. I can't I'm the organizer. I cannot say I'm gonna support anyone. You know, both Michael and Genadi are my friends. All I will make sure is a 100% fair match. I will be very careful about choosing the referees. I would want to ref that match, but it is too much horsepower there. It's just, I would like to just go back and watch it instead of reffing there, because reffing will be very stressful. There will be, I mean, incredible pressure there.
ვიცი შენ აი სული სპორტსმენი ხარ თუ და მაგდო გაფასებ ძალიან ეს უთხრა.
Yes, he knows that, and he knows that you are a great sportsman with a big soul, and he respects you because of that.
I heard that the loser, the one who loses, is gonna shave his beard. Is that true? It was a joke.
Two the mags.
So if Michael wants that, let that be a deal.
Oh, really?
If Michael wants that, let that be a deal.
You know, but is he ready? If Michael accepts?
He is ready.
Wow, it just means that he has 100% confidence in himself.
So yes, and who wins the match, he takes the beard of the others.
Oh yeah. See, let's see how much Michael is confident with him. I will ask him this. Yeah, let's see. It's good. And I will ask him another question. What's Samusha's weight? I tried to set Samusha with Viorel Dobrin, and Viorel.
Samusha is around 85 kilos now.
Yeah, I wanted to set him with Viorel, but Viorel said that he is still recovering from the WAF championships, and he is not ready to pull that seriously right now.
And what about Dobrin?
Dobrin is not ready. He said that he pulled WAF. He is still trying to recover And then I asked,
Ah,
I asked to Bojidar,
Yeah.
and Bojidar said that he is also he had some problems from the European Championships, and 2 weeks after the Istanbul event, he will be pulling in Malta, and yeah, so he is not sure if he pushes himself, but I will ask him again, if Bojidar accepts, would Samusha pull Bojidar in Istanbul or no?
რატო არ გადაწერს? გადაწერს. ხო მე დაურეკავთ ხო. ნუ ეხა იმას ეხარო ხო მაგასთან პრობლემა არ ქონდა და წესთ მაგასთანაც არ უნდა ქონდეს პრობლემა.
Yeah, so he says that he will communicate with Samushia. He will ask about this opportunity.
Yeah, I will also ask to Bojidar. Let's see what he says.
Yes, so he will communicate and tell you the answer.
We will keep in touch by messenger. Yeah. Anyways, I thank you very much, and thank you also for the translation. Does he want to say anything as the last words before we end it?
არაფერი, მადლობა რომ ეს ტურნირი ჩაინიშნა და მე ვემზადები მოსაგებად. დანარჩენი მაიკლი ვიცი რომ ძლიერი სპორტსმენია და ჩემთვის ეს ძალიან კარგია რომ ესეთ სპორტსმენს ვხვდები. ამ 4 წლის მერე მით უმეტეს ერმესთან წავაგე და ეხლა ვემზადები მოსაგებად.
So he's grateful that he has this opportunity to compete in this tournament, and he's grateful because of you, and thanks to you. And he knows that Michael is a great sportsman, but this gives only a motivation to him, and he is preparing only for winning, for winning.
Yeah, tell him that we are honored to have you in our event, and we thank him for accepting our offer, and I wish him the best.
Erz დავამატებ ხა ეს უთხარი ბოლო შეჯიბრება მაიკლსაც წაგებული აქვს და მეც. შესაბამისად, მე დარწმუნებული ვარ, მაიკლიც მაგრამ მოუმატებს და ჩემ თავში ხო ვარ დარწმუნებული და ჩემი აზრით წლის ერთ-ერთი საუკეთესო შეხვედრა იქნება ჩემი და მაიკლის შეხვედრა, ესე ვფიქრობ მე.
So he said that the last matches Michael lose and he lost also. So now they will try their best, and it would be the most interesting match in this year.
I agree.
No one of them wants to lose.
Yes, I agree. 2 wounded lions. 2 wounded lions will fight for surviving, to stay alive. Yep. Okay, guys, thank you very much, and you take care. Yeah.
Thank you.
And tell all the Georgian friends I said hello, and hope to see them next year at the European and World Championships. Take care. Bye.
Big respect from our side.
Yeah. Mucho. Yeah.